This is the Airstep TX Edition from XSonic, and I'm just going to show you the basics of it today and give you my thoughts on it. So I didn't see any sense in setting up a guitar. If you saw my video about the Tonex, you know how it sounds, but I just want to show you the features of the Tonex pedal and the app. Now I am using an old Samsung app, and every now and then it just decides that it wants to disconnect, so it might do that. I have no problem with this app on my phone, and this app is built by XSonic and it works very well. So this is my setup. This is simply an Amazon cheap pedal board. It's like 18 bucks. And then I bought a 3-pack of these right-angled USB cables. They're about a foot long for like 9 bucks on Amazon as well. And if you want to check this stuff out, I'll leave a link down in the description. And then I sacrificed a stereo 1/4-inch cable that I had, and I had a stereo output jack. So I wired it up. So I want to plug in with my headphones. I can still plug in with my headphones and get stereo output because it does have a stereo output there. Before we take a look at the pedal, let's take a look at the app. And I do want to stress that you need to set up your Tonex One pedal with 5 banks of 4 of tones that you're really going to use. So if you want, a couple cleans in the first set and some dirty in the second, whatever, I have mine set up. So I have my stomp boxes, as you can see, right down there. Now, after you've got your pedal set up in Tonex Editor and you plug it in over here, you got to completely disconnect from Tonex Editor because you got the USB cable that runs in there. So once you got it plugged back in, you are going to want to come over here and hit this refresh button, and it is going to synchronize all your presets between the Tonex One and the Airstep TX. Now that it is all sunk up, you can see what we got going on here in the app. This tells you which one you're in right now, and the app is pretty much the same settings as Tonex Editor. The only difference is you can't import new tones from this app, unfortunately. But let's take a look at it. It's the same thing. You got your gate, your compressor, amp, cab, mod, delay, and reverb. And right now, I don't know why my amp and cab is off. I know why it was off, because I was playing with it earlier. When you're playing with it, it'll save it automatically to the Tonex One. Now, I can't speak for the Tonex pedal because I can't afford the Tonex pedal, so I've just got the Tonex One. So when I start going over the basic functions of this, it might be a little bit different than the Tonex pedal. And then over here, you have some settings. You can rename a preset, reset a chain, Tonex global settings, and Airstep setup. Now, the Tonex global setup is like your global settings where you can change your tempo model to preset or global, adjust your input trim, turn your tuning mode to through or mute, adjust your hertz. Then you have your global cabinet active or bypass, and your director monitoring on or off. If we go back, you're going to see Airstep setup. Now, if you saw the back of it, you have 2 different expression pedal inputs. You can run 2 separate expression pedals. And maybe one day I'll build onto this and have one, but you can use a cheap Nectar expression pedal for like 25 bucks. But here's where you program your input. So if you want pedal 1 to be like your global volume or whatever else on here, and then you want like pedal 2 to be your delay feedback or delay mix, you can set it up like that as well. It's super easy, but unfortunately you don't have any kind of like expressions of like a wah or anything like that. Now let's jump into the basic functions of the Tonex. Now, it's super easy. It seems like it might be a little intimidating at first, but it's really not that difficult. And they give you all these stickers and stuff that you can put along here. And I had some made out, and they just they'll be ugly. I mean, it's your pedal. You need to do what you want, but I didn't want to put those there. If I had like a professional label or printer that I can make, I'd do it. But the functions are simple, so don't think that you need that unless you want to label what your presets are. It's your pedal, totally up to you. But right now we're in the blue mode, which is preset mode. Now you can switch between preset and FX mode by simply pressing this button down here. Green is FX mode. Back into preset mode, looking at your chain over here, your bank of presets. They're separated by 4s, okay? So 4. So as you can see, as I push these, there's your 4 presets. Now, if you want to go down one more and just jump down to the next one, this is a whole separate bank. 5 through 8 are a separate bank. 9 through 12 are a separate bank, and so forth. So you can just jump to the same one or to the last one if it's in a different bank or not, just by double pressing these two. This will go up and this goes down. Now, if you want to jump an entire bank, I'm going to do that so I can show you. You use buttons 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 to go up or down. So we're already up, so all I can do is go down and see it jumps down by 4. Super easy. And go back up to the top. And now we're just going to jump over into effects mode. Now, effects mode is a little bit different because you have some long and short presses. However, the double presses work the same as they do in the blue. Preset up, preset down, bank up, bank down. It's that easy. However, the short and long presses are a little bit different, and I'll show you on the app. Now you're going to look over here and see all these. These are effects that are on. Now, if you want to turn your compressor on or off, short press. If you want to turn your amp on or off, short press. If you want to turn your mod on or off, short press. If you want to adjust your tap tempo, short press. Of course, you're going to have to figure out what the tempo is. You short press that one, it's going to put it back into preset mode, but it does have a long press. We'll get back around to that. Now let's do long press. For long press, you're going to see gate turn on or off. For this one, you're going to see the cab turn on or off. Over here, long press is going to change your mod type. So see, it changes your mod type. I don't even think I had a mod on this one, but that's okay. And over here, long press is going to be delay. Shuts your delay on or off. And then lastly, your effects, remember short press just switches between. Long press turns your reverb on and off. And that's the basic functions of it. The XSonic Airstep TX does have a built-in battery like the other Airsteps, and it can power the Tonex One. I'm not sure about the Tonex pedal. Probably requires some more juice. But you can power this on the Airstep TX for about 3 hours. If yours comes like mine came, turned on, and I had to charge it before I even had a chance to use it, and it took a while. So if it lasts 3 hours powering this, it lasts a lot longer on its own. They say it can be powered up to 100 hours on its own on a single charge. Now, when it's running here, it's going to be a lot shorter. Like I said, I think it said like 3 hours of reliable runtime. But if you're worried about it, put a power supply in that one and put a power supply in that one. You can run them both on power supplies at the same time. It's not going to hurt it. Okay, for clarification, it cannot power the Tonex pedal. You're going to have to use your own power supply for that. When you first get it, you're probably going to have to update the firmware, and you might have to update the firmware on your Tonex pedal so they kind of match and everything works like it's supposed to. But updating the firmware on the Airstep TX is easy. All you got to do is connect it to a USB on your computer, download the Airstep updater. You can do it from your phone too, and it's fairly easy. There's not a whole lot you have to do. You have to select a couple things, hit go, and it does it on its own. So that is the Airstep TX by XSonic Audio. A great option if you've got, especially if you've got a Tonex One, but it's a great option if you have the Tonex pedal. And there's other channels that made videos on it using this with the Tonex pedal. My last Airstep pedal I had was the Cat Edition for the Mark II, and it was great, and it lasted a long time until I sold my Mark II and I sent that with it so the next person could enjoy it. So if you're looking to up your game with your Tonex or your Tonex One pedal, for $99, the Airstep TX is a great option. You can order it from Airstep directly or Amazon, but I think the price for the Amazon is a little bit higher and the dates for shipping are out there. So you'll have to figure out what works best for you. I hope this video has been helpful in helping you decide if you want the Airstep TX from XSonic or not. But this is a cool little setup, and I do plug wireless things in here. And then I have, the only wire I have is from my headphones to my ears, and I'll use a little wireless dongle there, take it outside, play around with it in nice cool air. It's starting to become fall. I'm starting to ramble, get off the rails here a little bit. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.